Massive explosion at the Yellowstone Supervolcano. Is the risk of a catastrophic eruption increasing? Deep beneath Yellowstone National Park lies one of Earth's most fascinating and most misunderstood volcanic systems. The Yellowstone Supervolcano has long captured the imagination of scientists and the public alike, fueling countless headlines about the possibility of a future mega-eruption. Now, after another dramatic hydrothermal explosion shook Biscuit Basin in June 2026, many are asking the same alarming question: is Yellowstone becoming more dangerous? The latest event occurred during the early morning hours of June 13, 2026, when a sudden hydrothermal explosion erupted in Yellowstone's Biscuit Basin. The blast sent a dark plume of steam, boiling water, mud, and rock fragments into the air, dramatically reshaping part of the geothermal landscape. Fortunately, the area had already been closed to visitors following the larger 2024 explosion, so no injuries were reported. Scientists from the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory quickly investigated the site to understand what had happened. As researchers surveyed the area, they discovered that the explosion had created several new vents, allowing boiling water to surge into the nearby Firehole River. Within just a few days, a new crater measuring approximately 21 by 17 feet had formed, filled with vigorously boiling gray water. The landscape had literally transformed overnight, demonstrating just how dynamic Yellowstone's hydrothermal system can be. A few days later, the newly formed pool even began shooting water 20 to 30 feet into the air before the activity gradually declined. Although the explosion looked terrifying, scientists emphasize an important distinction. This was not a volcanic eruption caused by rising magma. Instead, it was a hydrothermal explosion, a powerful steam-driven event that occurs when superheated groundwater suddenly flashes into steam after pressure conditions change beneath the surface. These explosions are capable of throwing rocks, mud, and boiling water hundreds of feet into the air, but they originate within Yellowstone's shallow hydrothermal plumbing system rather than from erupting magma. Hydrothermal explosions are actually one of the most common natural hazards in Yellowstone. The park's immense underground heat continuously warms groundwater circulating through fractures in the rock. If steam pressure becomes trapped beneath sealed layers of rock, the pressure can build rapidly until the ground suddenly ruptures in an explosive release of energy. These events can occur with little or no warning, making them particularly dangerous for anyone nearby. The June 2026 explosion followed another significant hydrothermal blast that occurred in July 2024 at nearly the same location near Black Diamond Pool. That earlier explosion damaged boardwalks, scattered rocks across the basin, and prompted park officials to close the area indefinitely. Since then, scientists have installed additional monitoring equipment, including cameras and seismic instruments, allowing them to capture the 2026 event in remarkable detail. The new observations are providing researchers with valuable information about how Yellowstone's hydrothermal system evolves over time. Whenever Yellowstone experiences unusual activity, Speculation about a looming supervolcano eruption quickly spreads across social media. However, scientists stress that there is no evidence that the recent hydrothermal explosion signals an imminent volcanic eruption. According to the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory, the explosion resulted from shallow pressure changes within the hot water system rather than movement of magma toward the surface. Monitoring networks continue to detect normal background levels of volcanic activity, with no signs indicating that a catastrophic eruption is becoming more likely. This distinction is critical because Yellowstone's volcanic system operates on vastly different timescales than its hydrothermal features. The supervolcano beneath the park has produced 3 giant caldera-forming eruptions over the past 2.1 million years, with the most recent occurring approximately 631,000 years ago. Since then, Yellowstone has experienced lava flows, earthquakes, ground deformation, and countless hydrothermal changes without progressing toward another super-eruption. Modern studies indicate that although a large magma reservoir still exists beneath the park, only a relatively small fraction is molten and capable of flowing, making a catastrophic eruption extremely unlikely in the foreseeable future. Even so, Yellowstone remains one of the most closely monitored volcanic systems on Earth. Hundreds of instruments continuously measure earthquakes, ground movement, gas emissions, temperatures, and changes in geothermal activity. Every new hydrothermal event provides scientists with another opportunity to better understand the complex interactions between heat, water, rock, and magma hidden beneath the park. The 2026 explosion serves as another reminder that Yellowstone is a living geological laboratory whose landscape can change dramatically in a matter of seconds. So, is the risk of a Yellowstone supervolcano eruption increasing? Based on the latest scientific observations, the answer is no. While the June 2026 hydrothermal explosion was spectacular and demonstrates the immense energy stored within Yellowstone's geothermal system, it does not indicate that the supervolcano is preparing for a catastrophic eruption. Instead, it highlights the ongoing natural processes that make Yellowstone one of the world's most dynamic and closely watched volcanic regions. The greatest immediate hazard continues to be localized hydrothermal explosions rather than a supervolcanic event, underscoring why scientists maintain constant monitoring of this extraordinary landscape.